In the 1960s, when your grandparents were your age, the IITs held a common entrance exam for the very first time. 3 subjects, physics, chemistry and maths, long written answers, derive it, show it every step. Just like your board exams. Now it's your turn. Same 3 subjects, 4 options, pick one. 66 years, the same subjects, but the pattern changed. So here's the question this whole video is building towards. What if in the future even the subjects change? Spoiler, the future is already here. Hi, I'm Deepak, co-founder of Kalvyam, and today we are going through the full evolution of engineering exams in India. From the very first exam all the way to what AI is doing to how engineers get selected. Let's go. Let's start from the very beginning. 1847. The British need to build the Ganges Canal, one of the biggest projects of that time. One problem, not enough trained engineers. So they set up Asia's first engineering college in Roorkee. You know it today as IIT Roorkee. After independence, India built many more IITs, but here's something about IITs that most people do not know. In the early days, each IIT ran its own entrance exam. Want to apply to 3 IITs? Sit in 3 different exams, different cities, different papers, different dates. So in the 1960s, they fixed this. One common exam for all IITs for the first time ever. A few thousand students showed up for a few hundred seats. And the questions were long with no options to pick from. Just a blank page and you had to work the whole thing out. Very similar to your board exams. But why this format? Because in the 1960s, engineering meant building things. Bridges, dams, canals. You had to calculate everything by hand. The skill was, can you sit with a hard problem and think it through from start to finish? And the exam matched what the job needed. But the IITs kept getting more popular. More and more students wanted in every year, and that created a new problem. One that changed everything about how this exam works. By 2006, millions of students were sitting for the JEE, and people running the exam had one big question. How do you check this many students fairly? Fairly enough so that not one person would have to go to court and complain that the results were wrong. Their answer? Go fully multiple choice. 1 right answers, 3 wrong ones, fast to check, and same for everyone. So from 2006, that's what the JEE became. And there were real reasons for this. Every student gets marked the same way. Results come out faster, the whole system can handle more students. But here's something that the exam makers themselves did not expect. The professors inside IIT started noticing something was wrong. Professor Sanjeev Sanghi, who leads the faculty forum at IIT Delhi, said that quite directly. It's the collective realization of the faculty at IIT Delhi that the quality of student intake has deteriorated since the introduction of MCQ exams. Students who could pick the right answer but couldn't write one sentence explaining why. The format had inadvertently changed what the exam was actually testing for. Instead of finding students who could think, the exam was now finding students who were very fast in picking the answers from the patterns they had already practiced. This raises a real question. Who built this exam and did they know what engineering actually needs? Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Every year, senior professors from 7 main IITs, Bombay, Delhi, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Madras, Roorkee and Guwahati, are brought together. They go into a locked building. No phones, no internet, no contact with anyone outside. For about a week, they write and check questions. Then, the Joint Admission Board, the JEE, gives the final approval. IIT directors, NIT directors, CBSE officials and Ministry of Education people. Brilliant people, serious academicians. And now, here's the plot twist. They were never told find students who will make great engineers. That was never even the question. The question was, take 1 million students, put them in order and make the result clean enough so that no one can argue this in court. That they did perfectly. But making a fair ranking and finding great engineers are 2 very different things. And then AI arrived and changed what engineers actually do. So what does engineering actually look like now? Let's take BTech Computer Science Engineering for example, the most popular branch in India. Here's something most people get wrong about software engineers. Their jobs is not to write code. It never was. Their job is to solve problems. Code is just a tool. For a long time, writing code was genuinely hard and it took years to learn. So companies needed people who were technically strong. Then AI arrived. Today, anyone who can describe a problem clearly, even in plain English, can get working code back in seconds. No expert programming skills required. So, what's actually left? The work that AI can't do yet. Looking at a messy situation and figuring out what the real problem even is. Breaking it down, deciding what to fix first, knowing where things could go wrong. That is software engineering, and the JEE MCQs don't test any of it. So what would an exam that actually tests this look like? You get a real world situation, like a school event that just lost its venue 2 weeks before the date. You don't pick from 4 options. Instead, you are asked, what do you need to know first? What's the real problem here? What do you recommend? And what could go wrong with your own plan? Then you go through real apps, a hospital booking system, a food delivery platform, and find where the logic breaks. Not a formula question, but a thinking question. You have a live conversation with an AI about a very tough situation. And here there is no correct answer either. Your reasoning is what gets checked. And then one of the challenges is a game, a proper puzzle game. And all this as a part of a college entrance exam. And that's what testing for the AI era looks like. This is KNET, the Kalvyam National Entrance Test, the only engineering entrance exam built by real engineers. And in the AI era, this is what engineering entrance exams are going to look like in the future. The subjects aren't the same that you can learn in a coaching center anymore. The subject is, can you think? If you're wondering why am I being evaluated like this, or if I don't get through, does that say something about me as an engineer? Here's the answer from Professor Dheeraj Sanghi from IIT Kanpur, who spent his entire career inside the IIT system. The goal of JEE has not been to admit good students. That has been the side effect. The goal is to have a system that can stand the scrutiny of law and is apparently fair. Wild, right? Think of JEE as a queue with 1.3 million students all in a line. The people at the front get the first pick. Top IITs, best branches, best cities. The people further back get whatever is left. The exam's only job was to decide where you stand in that line. Not, are you going to be a good engineer? Not, do you have what this field needs? Just, where do you stand in that cube? So why am I being evaluated like this? Because the exam was built to make a fair cube, not to find engineers. JEE did its job, but now it needs an update.